Good morning, friends. Today we are starting with unit number 3, that is signal generators. In this unit number 3, we are going to learn audio, RF, microwave type of signal generator. Audio is low frequency signal generator, RF is medium frequency generators, and microwaves are high frequency signal generators. Then we will learn frequency synthesis techniques. Then we will learn synthesizers, different synthesizers, digital signal generators, noise generators, characteristics of pulse and signal and noise. These are the points that we will cover in this particular unit. First of all, we will start with importance of signal generator. As you know, signals are different types, that is square wave, sine wave, triangular wave, pulse wave, or any random wave may be a signal. An acquisition instrument, an oscilloscope or logic analyzer is probably the first thing that comes to mind when you think about making electronics measurement. But these tools can only make a measurement when they are able to acquire a signal of some kind. There are many instances in which no such signal is available unless it is externally provided. Hence, signal generators are very essential. In many cases, you will find that signals should be generated externally and it should be provided for measurement purposes. Why these signal generators are essential? Signal generators play a very important role in electronic systems. Signal generators are used in generation of signals. Suppose we want to measure a vibration in the mechanical machines. If we are knowing a standard vibrations type or noise type, then a unknown parameters can be measured with reference to standard parameters. This is one thing. Second thing, we want to convert, suppose we want to generate square wave. We should have basic sine wave, then we can generate square wave. To check any amplification, we need a standard input signal. Suppose we want to check a amplification of a CE amplifier, then we use a known signal of 1 volt whose amplification is measured. So in measurement as well as in any equipment analysis, we use signal generator. Signal generator is an electronic device that generates repeating or non-repeating electronic signals in either analog or the digital domain. So there may be a digital signal or there may be a analog signal. It is generally used in designing, testing, troubleshooting and repairing electronic circuits and electronic devices. The signal generator or signal source is the stimulus source that pairs with an acquisition instrument like an oscilloscope to create a complete measurement solution. In its various configurations, the signal generator can provide stimulus signals in the form of analog waveforms, digital data patterns, modulation, intentional distortion, noise, and many more. There are different frequency bands in the signals. First band is audio frequency, whose range is starting from 20 kHz to 20 Hz to 20 kHz. So audio frequency is up to 20 kHz. Radio frequency is greater than 30 kHz and Very large frequency is up to 100 kilohertz. Large frequency is up to 500 kilohertz. Broadcasting frequency is up to 1.5 megahertz. High frequency is up to 30 megahertz. Very high frequency is up to 300 megahertz. And ultra high frequency is up to 3 gigahertz or 3000 megahertz. Microwave frequency is starting from 3 gigahertz onwards. Audio frequency is used in audio speakers, whereas radio frequency is used in mobile communications. Even microwave frequencies are used in mobile communication. So mobile communication is generally a microwave frequency, whereas a radio frequency is used in AM as well as FM. FM modulation radio frequencies are used. So these are three different bands of frequencies in which signals are generated. So signals are generated in audio radio frequency range, that is 30 kilohertz up to 3 gigahertz. This is a wide range of frequency, and in which there will be a AM and FM works. Then we'll generate a microwave frequency which is above 3 megahertz. In a satellite communication or in a mobile communication, a microwave frequencies are used. Characteristics of signal generators. Low harmonic content is first characteristics of signal generator. Then stable operating frequency is another characteristics of signal generator. Stable output amplitude is important, very important characteristics of signal generator. Without stable output amplitude, there will not be perfect measurement and your instrument will not function properly. If output is not stable, then in a mobile you will find there is intermittent voice or a break voice. Then low spurious output, that is hum, noise, modulation, etc. is another characteristics of signal generator. So signal generator have different characteristics such as low harmonic stable operating frequency, stable output amplitude, and low spurious output or noise. Let us switch to next point, that is basic standard signal generator, that is sine wave. The sine wave generator consists of two blocks, that is oscillator and attenuator. Accuracy, stability, freedom from distortion depends upon design of the oscillator. Amplitudes depends upon design of the attenuator. So sine wave generator is nothing but a oscillator and attenuator. There are different types of oscillators, that is for generation of high frequency LC oscillators are used, and for generation of audio frequency or less frequency RC oscillators are used. So oscillator, you might have learned in the basic electronics that there are different types of oscillators such as Wein bridge oscillators, then RC oscillators. These are few oscillators available in the market. These oscillators directly generates a sine waveform signal at particular frequency. LC oscillator starts generating standard AC sine wave. A Barkhausen criteria states that if multiplication of gain and feedback circuit is unity, and there is 360-degree phase shift achieved in the oscillator, then it starts generating oscillating signals or it will oscillate. So oscillators are important factor in this signal generator. Standard signal generators are sine wave generator. There are, in a figure you will find that set frequency is oscillator frequency. Then attenuator will attenuate the signal at expected level. That is what the RF output is. So level setting and attenuator will bring your signal within your expected limit. Then we will switch to inductor capacitor tuned type of oscillators. There is a broad class of oscillators that use the resonant characteristics of LC circuit to generate a stable frequency. That I told you that LC circuit generates a stable frequency. According to Barkhausen criteria, if gain multiplication and feedback multiplication is unity and there is 360-degree phase shift, then it will generate a sine wave. The oscillator consists of an amplifier and a feedback network such that the total gain of the loop and the total phase shift around the loop is zero. This can be achieved by using various combinations inductor, capacitor and resistors. These are passive components with which we achieve a oscillators. Resonant frequency of circuit is given by f is equal to 1 upon 2 pi square root LC. This is for LC type of oscillators. So in a figure you will find that feedback network is there and a op amp as a amplifier is there. If op amp as a amplifier has 180-degree phase shift, then feedback network should have 180-degree phase shift, that is total 360-degree phase shift should be achieved. The gain multiplication of amplifier and feedback network should be unity. If these two conditions are satisfied, then output generated is sine wave. I told you there are different types of oscillators. Hartley, Colpitts, Wenbridge oscillators. These are the LC oscillators. Wenbridge may be a RC oscillator. Hartley and Colpitts generate high frequencies. For a lower frequency, Wenbridge oscillators are used. There are practical problems with constructing an oscillator of the simple sort for frequencies above 1 GHz using LC oscillators. Thus, signal generators for microwave frequencies use specialized oscillators. So, first problem is that there are problems that constructing an oscillator of the simple sort for frequencies above 1 GHz using LC oscillator is difficult. So high frequency generator or microwave frequency generation is quite difficult. The signal generators for microwave frequencies use specialized oscillators. So they have different microwave oscillators. For lower frequency, the size of the inductors required for the tuned circuit become prohibitive and oscillators using other than LC tuned circuits are used. If we want to generate more frequencies, then we have to use bulky L or inductors, and for higher frequency, microwave frequency, it is difficult to generate a very high L or inductors. Signal generators are often used to supply known signal levels at very low levels for testing and evaluating receivers. It is not possible to measure and calibrate a signal at a very low level, and thus low level signals are generated by feeding an attenuator with a higher level signal for which the amplitude is easily measured and calibrating the attenuator steps. An attenuator is a device that will reduce the power level of a signal by a fixed amount. The attenuator reduces the power of the input such that the ratio of the input power to the output power is a constant. Pi attenuator or T-type of attenuator and piston attenuators are some of the examples. So I told you that attenuators will bring the amplitudes of signal within a expected or required range. Suppose a oscillator generates 5 volt peak oscillator type of signal, but in our circuitry or in our application only 1 volt peak to peak signal is required. Oscillator may not generate that signal, and in that case attenuator plays very important role. Attenuators bring that signal into 1 volt peak to peak. So signal generator are often used to supply known signal levels at very low levels for testing and evaluating receivers. The main application of signal generator is in testing and evaluating of receivers. So attenuator plays very important role in this section. Let us switch to standard signal generator. Which are the standard signal generator? Let us understand. A standard signal generator produces known and controllable voltages. It is used as power source for measurement of gain, signal to noise ratio, bandwidth, standing wave ratio, and other properties. It is extensively used in measuring of radio receivers and transmitter instrument, and is provided with a means of modulating the carrier frequency, which is indicating by the dial setting of the front panel. The modulation is indicated by a meter. The output signal can be amplitude modulated or frequency modulated signal. Modulation may be done by a sine wave, square wave, rectangular wave, or a pulse wave, the elements of the conventional signal generator. So as I told you, conventional signal generators are nothing but a sine wave, square wave, rectangular, or a pulse wave generator. It is having fixed signal to noise ratio. It is used in power source for the measurement of gain, signal to noise ratio, bandwidth, standing wave ratio. Yes, that is called SWR. So in a testing and measurement, the standard signals are used. In a frequency modulation and in a amplitude modulation also these signals are generated. That means for transmitting a low frequency signal, a high frequency signal is required, or a low frequency signal is modulated or imposed upon a high frequency, so that high frequency travels at a more distance. So this is what a standard signal generator is. A standard signal generator is, let us understand, a conventional standard signal generator which generates sine wave, square wave, or triangular wave type of signals. As I told you, signal generators are oscillators. So first of all, there will be a RF oscillator in this case. RF oscillators are Colpitts oscillators or Wien-Brace oscillators, or any oscillator which is having very standard signal. Hartley oscillator or LC oscillator may be a RF oscillator. RF oscillator is having a standard frequency range and a standard amplitude range. It has a controllable frequency and amplitude range also. So RF oscillator generates a sine wave. Oscillator generates a sine wave. Then wideband amplifier it amplifies the signal to a expected level. Suppose RF oscillator generates a 5 volt peak to peak or a AC signal of 1 kilohertz. Then wideband amplifier will amplify up to 1 kilohertz frequency, will amplify up to 300 kilohertz frequency, and as it has generated, our oscillator has generated 1 kilohertz frequency, it will amplify only signal and frequency amplification will not be there. Only amplitude wise signal is amplified. So 5 volt is converted into 10 volt, and so suppose we require 10 volt frequency for analysis or testing purpose, then 10 volt peak to peak is given by this wideband amplifier. Then if we want to attenuate, then we will attenuate that signal to a certain level. It may be frequency wise attenuated or it may be attenuated amplitude wise. Instead of 10 volt, we have used amplifier and then attenuator, because to get a standard frequency set where amplification more amplification may cause distortion, and hence optimum level of amplification and optimum level of attenuation will shape our signal properly and signal will be more accurate. In some cases accuracy is more. Amplifier and attenuation are two things. First of all, we will amplify with higher level and then attenuated by certain small level. Output is sine wave. Modulation oscillator or external oscillator are used in which wideband amplifiers are there. Means suppose we want to modulate the signal, amplitude modulation to take place, it is possible using modulation oscillator. In plain signal, modulation oscillation will be 0. Suppose we want to generate 10 volt peak to peak voltage and its frequency should be 1 hertz only, then modulation oscillation will be 0. And if we want to override that signal over a higher frequency, then modulation oscillation provides modulation, or it provides 10 kilohertz frequency as a modulating frequency, and it on which 1 kilohertz frequency is superimposed, and then it is provided at the output level. This is what a standard signal generator. The carrier frequency is generated by a very stable RF oscillator using a LC tank circuit, as I told you in the above circuit, having a constant output over vary any frequency range. The frequency of oscillation is indicated by the frequency range control and the Vernier dial settings. AM is provided by an internal sine wave generator or from an external source. We will switch to modern laboratory type of signal generator. Modern laboratory type of signal generator are a sine wave free signal generator, or it may be a square wave frequency generator. Now what is there? It is a LC oscillator. First one is RF oscillator, which generates signal from 34 megahertz to 80 megahertz, which comes under RF oscillator. There is a RF oscillator which generates RF signal. It is transferred to power amplifier assembly. Why to use power amplifier? Because in some cases amplitude also plays very important role. So power amplifier circuitry or a amplifier circuitry which generates amplified signal, which passes through a attenuator and whose output is given to RF output. So this is a amplifier. modulation level indicator. Modulator is there. If we want to add a modulator, we can add it in the amplifier circuitry. So audio oscillator and audio oscillator assembly are which generates high frequency modulation level indicator is also there. So this is a modern laboratory type of signal generator. Our diagram we have studied, the same circuit diagram is available in the modern laboratory type of signal generator. AC oscillator is generated. B1 is a amplifier which amplifies certain small signal, which generates small signal amplification. Automatic control is also provided through a motor. Motor provides automatic frequency control, which that motor controls a LC oscillation at the carrier level. That is an amplifier is amplifying the signal. Frequency, why it is divided? For frequency, suppose we want 1 kilohertz frequency, 2 kilohertz frequency range. So in that range, automatic frequency selection should be there. 2 kilohertz, 3 kilohertz, 4 kilohertz. In an amplification, frequency divider is important. That means within 0 to 1 kilohertz we will switch to left, one switch. 1 to 2 kilohertz we will switch to 3 to 4 kilo 2 to 3 kilohertz we will switch to switch 3, and so on, so that every frequency has its own amplification and proper amplification. B3 is a amplifier which amplifies the signal and whose output goes to amplifier. Amplifier amplifies this signal, and LC oscillators again gives certain shape to the amplified signal. If there is some noise in the signal or signal shape is not preserved, then these LC oscillators will control automatically. Capacitor will automatically control that amplification and frequency, whose output goes to output attenuator, and radio frequency output is generated. A modulation, by modulating the signal, a modulator adds in the amplifier in itself. It is low frequency which has been amplified by power amplifier, and it is superimposed upon high frequency, and so modulation level indicator is a high frequency signal which we want to modulate and superimpose a lower frequency in the power assembly amplification. Let us switch to a AF sine and square wave generator. It is as simple as we have studied. We have a audio frequency signal that is generated with the help of a RC oscillators. So Wein bridge oscillators are RC oscillators which is normally used for low frequency. So Wein bridge oscillators generate low frequency and whose output goes to sine wave amplifier, which amplifies the sine wave amplitude wise. The frequency of the sine wave remains constant, whose output goes to attenuator, and sine wave output is generated. If we want to generate a square wave, sine wave is converted into square wave shaper through the op-amp as a non-inverting amplifier. This is possible. If we apply input to a op-amp non-inverting amplifier whose gain is unity, and sine wave is converted into square wave directly. amplifier, square wave amplifier is also provided after that, and there will be attenuator whose output will be a square wave output. So what is given in the above circuit, let us I will read it. Variable frequency AF oscillator. It is a general purpose oscillator used in laboratory. It generates oscillations within the entire audio frequency range, that is from 0 Hz to 20 kHz. This oscillator provides a pure constant sine wave output throughout this audio frequency range. The examples of variable audio frequency oscillators used in laboratory are RC feedback oscillator, bit frequency oscillator, and or other frequency oscillators. As I told you, Wien-Bridge oscillators are low frequency oscillators. Now, what is a role of front panel control? Frequency selector is there, frequency multiplier is there, variable amplitude is there, symmetry control is there, amplitude is also there. That means a front panel knobs are taken out on the front panel for the selection of frequency. For if you want to multiply the signal's frequency, then there should be frequency multipliers. Variable amplitude also should be there. So this is what a front panel is. A function generator front panel is. There is a frequency range of hertz, kilohertz, megahertz. Then frequency, coarse, fine. Fine is low frequency generation. Then internal, whether internal, mains or external is there, on-off is there. Then which range we want to generate, 20 Hertz, 20 kilohertz, 1 or 2 kilohertz, 20 kilohertz, then 200 kilohertz, 2 megahertz and so on. This is a range selection switch. That means we can generate variety of ranges. Then there will be a symmetry of the square wave or sine wave. It may be a positive peak must be symmetric to negative peak, or square wave in the square wave same should be there. Then DC offset and level is also there, output is there, attenuation and other things are also there. So this is what a front panel control is. So I will read it. Frequency selector, it selects a frequency in different ranges, varies in frequency in the range of high frequency or low RM 1:11 range. Scale is non-linear. Frequency multiplier selects the frequency range over 5 decades from 1 Hz, 10 Hz to 1 megahertz. Amplitude multiplier is also there. Attenuates the sine wave in 3 decades by 1.1, 0.01. Variable amplitude attenuates the sine wave amplitude continuously. Symmetry control, symmetry of the square wave from 30% to 70%. Then amplitude attenuates the amplitude output continuously. Switch selects either sine wave or square wave output available. Then it provides sine wave or square wave. Sync, it is used to provide synchronization of the internal signal with an external signal. On-off switch is also there. Whatever I have explained is given above related to front panel. Arbitrary, let us switch to next part, that is arbitrary waveform generator. Arbitrary waveform generator generates arbitrary. We will stop here today. Tomorrow we will see next part in the next lecture.